Hi, welcome to Everyone Can Jam. This is a place where everyone can learn to play music, and I'm your teacher, Janet Brockman. The name of my website is www.everyonecanjam.com, and I'll show you that again at the end of the lesson. Today's lesson. This lesson is about how to make your fingers reach chord shapes, only now we're concentrating on the D chord. I have another video called How to Make Your Fingers Reach Chord Shapes, which has been very popular, and that one focuses on a technique that works really well for the C chord, the F chord, and the G7 chord. But some people have been asking about D chord, and there's a cool mechanical thing I learned working with my students that I want to share with you that I think can make a big difference. So first I'm going to have to stand up here and cut off my head because I don't have any fancy recording equipment yet. And what I want you to observe, the other thing that's going to happen is my hand is going to look huge. I want you to observe this shape on my hand. And by the way, I'm also going to make a video about some principles that you can use whenever you're making a new shape. And one of those principles is, when you're struggling with a shape and your hand is tired and it's hard and it's not working, just stop, shake it out, and always start with a straight wrist like this. Put your hand out, keep your wrist straight, and bring it up to the guitar, and that's where you want to start. So when we're working with D chord, I want you to be very aware of this motion that your hand can make. Notice, just put your hand out in front of you with a nice straight wrist, and elbow not too far in, not too far out, just comfortable. Straight, like maybe about where it would be on the guitar. And notice how straight my wrist is. And notice that I'm not moving my elbow or my upper arm at all. Just be aware of this motion with the wrist very straight. Just when you're working with your chords, this much of a turn can make a huge difference. And that's the thing I discovered in working with the D chord. Usually, if I've seen a student have trouble with D chord, it's this finger. So I'm just guessing that this is, if you're having trouble with D, that this is the issue. If this is not the issue, let me know and we'll go from there. So these two fingers usually do not present a problem. And then this finger, sometimes it wants to go up there and it just doesn't want to go over where you want it to go, over there. So if you're having trouble getting this finger to go out here where you want it, by the way, I should mention, when you're making your chords, you do want your fingers as close to the frets as possible. So if you make your D and it's back here in the middle of the fret, you're going to want to try to get it more out there. The closer to the fret you are, the less hard you have to squeeze and the better sound and the cleaner playing you're going to get. But back to where we were. We're making a D chord. This finger is being uncooperative. It doesn't want to go that way enough. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just, notice I have a nice straight wrist. I'm going to take the guitar away so you can see my hand turn. I'm just going to turn it just a little bit. See what that happens to the fingers. So say this finger is trying to go up instead of over where you want it, and I turn my forearm just a little bit. See where it goes? And you can reach, even farther. But this little turn from here, a lot of times we're starting with our palm 2 up. You're not going to, when you're making D, you're not going to want your palm facing the ceiling. So try just that little bit of turn when you're making your D, okay? And I'll also be making another video about chord shapes, just some principles, like the shaking your hand and starting with a straight wrist and stuff like that. So watch for that one as well. I'll see you next time, and please visit my website, www.everyonecan